Barigani. Welcome to another episode of the Post Podcast, but also I'm going to dive into a Black culture podcast too. Give you a dope dose and hopefully you cross network. If you listen to one, please listen to the other for a more nuanced perspective. The Post Podcast is about health, wellness, social philosophy, and perspective, while the Nothing Moves Without Us, a Black culture podcast, offers social, professional perspective. I've been talking about DEI a lot lately. I talk about the Black experience and my journey within the Black experience, movies I recently watched, thoughts I've had related to the Black experience. Never trending news, but it's a good time to reflect on what the Black experience used to be, what it is now, and how we take ownership as people who live within the Black experience to redefine it and have it fulfilled however you envision it, but knowing that your vision is related to freedom to express, to live. It's a loving, inviting experience internally and externally. We want the Black experience to get as much love as hip hop used to get. Right? Like the way the world treated Tupac, that would be the height of the Black experience. Tupac Shakur's freedom to exist and to be well known and loved because of the art that he provides. And only people opposing us is the ignorant politicians and all of that, man. Today I'm talking about the decline, the shift, the cultural shift. When did feminine energy take over as the dominant energy over masculine energy? Preparing for life changes and a resetting within the new year. Being consistent this year. Setting the stage for yourself and, again, what you want this year to be. I talk about 3 goals for every new year. And I bring in some of my newfound love for sustainability and, beginning with minimalism. Like for me, the language that I have is just minimalism. I'm almost done with my bottle of Babanku and this other rum that I got while I was in New York. I believe it was October. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself that that's 3, October, November, December, January. I counted out 4 months where I was able to keep 2 bottles of liquor. Going into the 5th month and I still don't have a lot. Like, it's still a decent amount. 1 bottle lasts you 2 or 3 days. Like I said, I never let liquor destroy my life. But 1 bottle, 2 or 3 days, I'm going through it, man. Used to have my dog, my mixed pit, Hime. Toward the end of it, like when my life was really getting bad in terms of me needing a major shift and resigning from my job at Italy and moving to Buenos Aires, it was because the liquor intake was increasing, man. I lived with my homeboy David out at Flatbush. Living in one of those new high-rise condos. Living on the first floor. That's all we could afford. But it was an escape and it was dope. Like having a bachelor pad with your boy, man. Like it's dope to have that experience. That's what TV taught us as millennials. That, at some point, maybe you're moving with your best friend, or the goal in life is to always moving with your best friend. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any shows where 20-year-old best friends live together in the Black experience. I gotta think about it. Most of them, I feel like most of it was either family shows or shows about people who live on their own and the people who come in and out of their lives. Wake up, I pour a neat glass for myself. I take a sip, I go brush my teeth. I walk my dog, I come back, I take a sip. I get dressed, I take a sip. I walk back into my room, I take a sip. I go in the bathroom. Every time I walk by, I had to touch it. I had to touch the glass. That's mine. I gotta touch it, yo. Let me know it's real. Let me know this morning is real. I need some other sensory because this shit don't feel right. It don't feel like this is my life, but this drink right here make it okay. There were days I'd walk down, I'll be in the lobby, yo. And then granted it's only the first floor. I'll be down in the lobby. I say, I need one more. Yo, I'd run back upstairs, yo, and just think, let me just hit this real quick. I go outside, man, I smoke my cig. I had like a 5-minute walk to the train, and that just became my routine. I wake up, yo, I go through my morning sips in between, passing by and getting ready. I'd head out, I hit a cig, walk to the train station, man, and just zone out on the train ride. You know, just have music going, and you just in another world, right? You vibe, and you having your own little party in your head. I get to 14th Street, I pull out another cig, and I transition. I prepare my transition for the day as I get ready for work. That's what those walks are for, to transition mentally. Transition from the safety and the comfort of being lazy at home to public transportation where I'm with hundreds of strangers passing in and out of me. Anything can happen. Transition into a workplace where I know everyone and it feels more safe and cultured and I feel like I have more control on it. Then I need to transition from that back into taking a train home and being back in that headspace around strangers and chaos. And it's been raining, and so people coat smell, and it's always something wrong on a train. Train just can't just be a chill experience. There's always something going on. Train ride can never just be chill. And I hit another cig as I walk home, man. Sometimes I go cop a new bottle at the liquor store. I get home and the first thing I do, I hit my little glass. I bought a flask eventually, so when I go walk my dog, I take the flask out and I hit that. Sometimes I'd be at work, I'd go home, drink a little, get pregame, walk teammate, and then head back out to drink some more. So yeah, I'm proud. 4 months, 2 bottles, man. And the 2 bottles were just a mistake. I bought that other brand, just out of repetition of knowing it. And I'm drinking it, and it's like, okay, this is cool. I've had this experience before. There's nothing personal. There's nothing exciting about this. I gotta buy a bottle of Babunku. I bought the Babunku, and it was, this is culture, right? Every sip, every pour, every time I grab a glass, I look at it, I feel a sense of pride, like, this is culture. And there's a way to represent this and utilize this to elevate the Black experience, my personal experience, the Haitian experience. Babunku ain't got no Haitian sponsors that I've seen. So, there's opportunity there. It's a new year, man. It's a new year, and it's time to reflect. It's time to prepare. It's time to get ready for the transition of society, right? Society is always going to change, but will you change with it? Will you elevate? Will you grow as an individual? Will you see perspective? Will you look into the future? Can you be present on a focus and read, consume the news and information that is relevant to how you need to change and adjust for the year 2025. What type of time you on, yo? Like, what time you on? Right? We all on 6:44 p.m. You in the past on some other shit, right? You in tomorrow on some other shit. What time you on? You gotta be where we are now. That's the only way you really gonna understand the gamble, the move, the play, the finesse. Being present is challenging, yo. You got bills, you got responsibilities, you got work, you got commute, you got the devices, you got TV, you got podcasting, you got all this nonsense, all this distraction. And sometimes, it's a good distraction. It's a necessary distraction to keep you out of some other shit that you just need to break from in the moment. But it's a new year. Are you going to be present in 2025? These past 7 days I spent studying for an exam. I'm one of those people, I ain't talking about nothing until it's official, right? I need it to be official. And if it don't work out, then I come in and be like, I failed, right? I ain't gonna sell it. I was taking an exam. I took the exam Friday night, and it was like, that took my full 90 minutes. I said, you ain't to exhale, right? You exhale. You like, all right, the weight is off. What's the next? And it's like, I don't know what's really next. I know what I have to do. On Monday, I got to take my ass back to work, regardless of what that test said. I won't find out until Wednesday how my life evolves this year, but I'm living in the now, what's needed. I don't really know what I have to do, but I gotta go to work. And if this dream, man, if I manifest this for myself, man, my studying paid off, my resume, my life resume paid off because I presented myself, I presented my knowledge to a complete stranger at this exact point in time. And if they say, yo, I fuck with this person, you get the thumbs up. And if they're like, nah, I don't need to see you again, right? I don't need to see you again. I'm trying to get seen again. I want a second date. Right? We all want second dates in life. Or I always want a second date. Give me another opportunity to prove how amazing I am. Oh man. What do I do in between, man? What do I do in between ending my day yesterday? I took the day off. I took the day off so I could study some more. Ending my day yesterday. Investing time into something that will change my life professionally, individually, as an artist, as a creative, as a member of my community, and going back into work on Monday. I honor myself, and I think about, what do I need now? I have 2 days for myself. I truly have 2 days for myself. Because all those other weeks, I was doing small. I do a little bit of everything. A hobby who I do a little bit of everything. One day is doing music. One day I'm writing. Next day I'm doing Antilles marketing. Next day I'm doing Black Excellence. I'm always dipping my fingers a little bit. But for this 1 week, I focused on this single task. And the weight and responsibility was finally gone. And I was like, okay, it's time to move on to what's next. And the new thought just now is the importance of that completion. The importance of investing time into a project and craft and seeing it through and being like, I completed this. My time, my effort had value. Thing about doing podcasts, you never really know what that value is because you're just putting out there's no end. Like, I don't have an end in sight. I got 3 seasons, and once I'm done talking about this, it's over. I just get up here, talk my shit, and I'll keep doing it until I don't. So this isn't something that offers me true satisfaction, right? Something that offers you satisfaction and growth in life has to come to an end at some point. You have to be able to look back at your work, your dedication, the time invested, and say, yo, that was time well earned. What's next? What's next is me, yo. Before someone else, on Monday, these next 2 days is me. So I woke up this morning and I just cleaned, yo. I organized the kitchen table. I reorganized my desk. I brought some stuff downstairs. Reorganized my closet. Like, I have my pants and jeans on one side. I have sweaters to long sleeve shirts, the short sleeve shirts, the t-shirts on one side. Got them color organized like a little store, right? Like, understanding when you watch TV and you think of fly shit, it's not just random and ugly, right? It ain't red, green, purple, yellow, and all of that. You sync, you make shit in sync, man. You hit that Roy G. Biv in the closet. And it just looks dope. It looks inspiring and it feels clean. And wanting to set that up as the stage for the work I plan to do throughout the year, believing that I'm going to get good news on Wednesday. But also saying that, regardless of what happens, I know what I need in life. I need order. My desk needs to be my desk where I work. Professionalism, boom. Kitchen table, let's get rid of all of this. I don't need 5 books up here. I'm reading 2 books at a time. One that's a story, one that's just learning about other people, and something that's personal development, and finding ways to connect the two. I thought to myself, I want to read 2 books a month, right? I ask for books every Christmas and I get books, and I fall back because I'm not consistent. So thinking that I want to divide every book page by the number of days in the month and figure out how long it'll take me to read half that book. How long it will take me to read that book in half the time. Because I want to alternate between books. So maybe it's one book a week, alternating between that and it's, I got to read 30 pages every day, or I got to read 10 pages every day. And it's sticking to that and letting that be consistent. So I honor that growth in myself. Challenge is, consistency. Will I keep it this way? And the answer is, you have to. You have to. Because what happens if I don't get good news on Wednesday, then I'm like, all this shit was work for nothing. I did all this work for nothing. Don't nobody care. My life ain't changing, right? I did all right when the closet was messy. I'm gonna go right back to that shit. But growth is like, I enjoyed the experience that, studying for a week and taking this exam provided me. I didn't get this, so what else is there for me, right? I won't know unless I start repeating those same habits and that same consistency. Like, dinner, one show, life, professional growth, professional development, personal development. So I have my order, and if I want to change my life, I have to keep honoring myself. I did all this work today for a reason. After I cleaned, naturally your body works up as you're moving around. I'm listening to Mark Zuckerberg on the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm listening to the Star Report. Your body gets warm, and it's like, I'm gonna work out for a bit. So I worked out for like maybe 20 minutes, 24 minutes. And I bought this cold soak tub. And it's been sitting there for a minute. I haven't jumped in. So I was like, I want to enjoy that tub, but first I need to work out, get my body real nice and hot so that I earn that cold and I can tolerate it a bit longer. I do my workout, I get in the cold tub, and I take some snow, I pack it on me. Still snow, there's ice on the bottom, it's not melted. So it's just like a snow bath. So I just sit in it, man. I take some snow, I cover myself, I dig in a little bit. I had a shovel, and I remember, I might have planned to grab snow and just dump it in. But I took the snow, I rubbed it like on my arms and shoulder, rubbed it on my face, and that shit was cold. That shit was cold. And, initially your breathing is sporadic. You're so cold. It's like, gain control of the moment. I pause and I forget about my toes being cold, and I move my body a little bit. I rock back and forth, nice and slow, controlled motion. And I just inhale and exhale nice and slow. This is say, you know how to transition, right? Sometimes I'm just into taste it, right? I don't need to do 5 minutes the first time to prove to myself. That's how you get injured. That's how you harm yourself, right? I want to see what feels good and what feels right. And it only took me 30 seconds to be seated and understand what I want to do next time when I sit in the bath. And then the rest of the day was this little small cleanup. I played Destiny for a little bit. I got rid of my PS Plus membership. I'm paying $9.99 a month. I gotta save money, man. There's too much subscriptions. I gotta save money. And then now it ultimately leads me to this, right? Closing part of my night out with myself and organize. I got this dope text from Hits by Jude, who I interviewed on Live Lift Love podcast. And you put the battery in my back, and it naturally aligns with doing something that you care about. And it feels timely, right? This podcast isn't consistent. It's just whenever I feel like it. That's just what life is. If I want to record 3 times in a week and hit you with back-to-back, so I'm going to do it. If not, I'll see you next month. Life is going to be okay. I'm not that important. Tomorrow, I have the freedom to choose whatever I want to do. And that's setting yourself up for success, right? I honor 2 parts of myself. Today, I honor the part of myself that needs to work, that needs to get shit done. And tomorrow, I have Sunday. I have my day off. And I think back to, that's what my life has always been. And that's what's always allowed me to move forward. Only having one day off a week. I'm a workhorse, man. School, work, working 40 hours a week. When I used to work at Juicy Couture, 18-hour credits, 15-hour credits. And it's like, Sunday was the only day off. And that's all I need. But growth, changing my life, right? Manifesting what I believe is the right to be mine because I believe in myself. Is knowing that I have these 2 days wholly for myself. What am I going to do? What choices am I going to make that truly elevate this life experience for myself? And If I'm doing the same bullshit I've been doing, then I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. Change is all that matters. The last episode I said, the only thing that changes is the calendar year, right? Do you change with the experience? It's a new year, it's a new president, it's a new Senate, new house, new bills, new taxes, new climate issues, new social issues. What are you doing differently? You gotta reset, man. You gotta reset. And the beauty of life is that you get to choose when you reset. That's freedom. Most of us have the privilege of any day snapping the fuck out of it and changing our lives for the better. The world gives you opportunity, right? You get the new year, you get your birthday, maybe you get Thanksgiving and Christmas, right? Like, think about what the holidays mean, right? A new year, new you. That's the philosophy, right? New year, new me. I'm changing. The year changed. I'm going to change too. Great. Your birthday, right? A time to reflect. I'm 1 year older than last year, man. Do I have the wisdom? Am I ready to evolve into this new age and new role, right? Your age represents your responsibility. It represents your social growth, man. I'm very self-conscious about every social space I'm in because I know, I said in the last episode, I don't talk real with people unless I feel like I have a bond with you, yo. I'm vulnerable. I'm scared. Ooh, woe is me. Right? Other than that, I'll keep it surface. I'll keep it funny. I'll keep it light, and I'll pull you into my net to see what type of person you is. Right? If I can really fuck with you, it'll build itself out. The Post Podcast is brought to you by the Black Excellence Daily Shop. Shop our Black Excellence Calendar and Journal Bundle and our Black Excellence Daily app, blackexcellencedaily.com. Your birthday is a time to reflect and think about your most intimate social responsibility, your life, your own personal life, and the people around you. Thanksgiving and Christmas are about social experiences and seeing who and how you evolved over the past year, right? Or you meeting with your friends and family and having the same conversation you had last year? Are y'all exchanging new ideas and new philosophies on how to evolve? Are you learning from your parents' faults and mistakes and successes? Or does everyone just come there focused on their own individual ego and needs and hunger? The universe the social experience gives you opportunity to reset, man. You just have to take that ownership, man. The new year is a perfect time to reset and redefine what's important for you, because it aligns naturally with other people are doing, right? The reason people give up their New Year's resolution so much, because everyone else is giving up their New Year's resolution. If I see everyone honoring themselves, I say, shit, God on God. These niggas is doing it. They doing it. I gotta do it too. You gotta do it for yourself, man. I ain't gonna do it for you. He ain't gonna do it for you. She ain't gonna do it for you. You gotta do it for yourself. The goal is consistency. What you decide on today, man, you gotta agree to that tomorrow. You made that decision for a reason today. You can't escape your destiny, right? Because you define your destiny. You see who you want to be tomorrow. And you're aware of the choices that you make right now and how they impact tomorrow. So you define your own destiny. You create it. That's why you can't escape it. It's not in the cards, man. The energy, the ether, the cards, I used to do tarot all the time. That shit ain't never lie. The cards never lie. Men lie, women lie. Tarot cards don't. I read that shit and it's like, that's the game. The point is that everything has symbolism. And these are the core factors that every human being experiences in life. So no matter who you are and what you're going through, when I pull this card, it's going to fucking connect to your life experience. Ain't no secret, ain't no magic. It's just life, it's just philosophy, it's just understanding, this is the shit real people go through. Create the consistency that you, on your last day, whenever that comes, randomly expected, you're like, I had a good run though, right? Right? You ain't scared, whimpering, crying. Nah, if whoever you're around, if you by yourself, you like, yo, they got me, but yo, I had a good run. That shit was real. Beautiful dream, right? Life is but a dream. 3 goals for the new year. Number 1, more money. The world, the life experience only gets more expensive. So every year you should have a goal on how do I increase my income? How do I get more bread? How do I get my paper? How? Please. Can somebody tell me why I ain't got nothing? Yeah, you can you can wholeheartedly look at yourself and tell yourself why you ain't got shit. Yo, it's your choices. Every new year, man, yo, taxes changing. Shit is more expensive. You might want more. You see the 2 things, right? It's either things are getting more expensive, so I spend less, or things are getting cheaper, so I spend more. Right? That's the duality of capitalism, right? Your money dictate how much you're willing to barter and trade. And whatever right now we are in the age of individual passion and art, man. We are in a renaissance, right? We're in a renaissance. But now's the time to build your community, create your art and shit. And now is always the time. But yo, relative to now is the time. Do it. Get started. Why not? Some people don't want to offer society anything. That's great for them. I don't want you listening to this. This podcast ain't for you. If you're trying to be somebody, right? That's all. I just want to be somebody. Somebody people respect, somebody people look up to, somebody people dap up when they see in the streets. Somebody who has deserved love and admiration and acceptance to the hearts of so many people, man. Somebody who's just likable, right? All you gotta do, man, is, yo, hit that consistency. And the consistency in what truly drives you, yo, it'll eventually get you money if you balance out the social responsibility that money has impact. And money's necessary in our society. Number 2, second goal for the new year, more time with loved ones. However you define that, parents, spouse, sister, brother, cousin, niece, nephew, guardian, community, basketball team, whoever, mother, son, whoever, man. Every year you should be advancing your life and your social experience so that you have more time with your loved ones, right? Because if you're making more money, that means you have more time and more access, right? A salary job is just, I brought this up in, I think, one of the Nothing Moves Without Us, a Black Culture podcast episode, right? A salary just means I'm investing in you. Yeah, I expect you to work 40 hours a week, but it's okay if you only work 35, as long as you give me results that are worth it. That's what a salary is. And having that salary gives you more time, gives you more flexibility. That's what those benefits are for, man, to find more flexibility in your life and your everyday responsibility. Third thing is your more peace, right? And peace within yourself. Peace, I said peace, Mike Tyson. Peace around the people you love and care about. Peace at work. Peace at the place that brings you money. Right? You don't feel guilt when you go to work. You know you're doing well for yourself, for your community, for the planet. And one of my questions on my exam was, just talking about sustainability and sustainability being a shared experience. Like, react to this. And what came to mind was, when the belly is hungry, the mind can't think. If I'm able to sustain my own life, my household, man, I'm free to think about the outside world. If I can't even deal with my own inner thoughts, mental health issues, my own home, income issues, income inequality, there's no way I can take on the responsibility of society. It's just, a sustainable society, man. It ensures that at home and with their own peace of mind, man, when most individuals look at themselves in the mirror, they see who they are and they accept it and believe in it. Nothing Moves Without Us, a Black Culture podcast, is brought to you by the Black Excellence Shop. Download the Black Excellence Daily app for Android or iOS, blackexcellencedaily.com. I wanted to sit for this episode, but I was like, you know what? I haven't hit the spliff in a minute. Let me go outside real quick. Let me hit that. And as I came back in, I was like, yo, this shit is too much, man. This shit is overwhelming. I don't really like it. Because I haven't smoked in previous episodes, but I've also felt like the previous episodes have been dry and blasé. So I said, let me elevate a little bit. So I was getting ready and I was like, I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling of not being free. And it connected me to Jay-Z's Decoded, where he talks about meeting Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G., Christopher Wallace. Talks about not being a smoker, not someone who really smokes weed. Only did it on vacation. And when Big offered him a joint, the quote is, relax, you're not on the streets anymore. So I'm reading this from the Rolling Stones. So he smoked and got completely wasted just as the video shoot was to begin. Seeing what he had done, Biggie laughed and whispered to Jay, I gotcha. Jay said it took him 15 minutes to pull himself together. Later on, he told Biggie, never again, my nigga. That's right. Showing up to work, right? The professional ethics, right? Showing up to work and you're high and you don't feel in control of the situation, right? There's all these people around you. You feel paranoid. So you're like, yo, never again, man. And having this uneasy feeling doing this, it's like, yo, I don't necessarily need this. Or maybe sometimes it's fun just to smoke a little bit and just come up on a mic, switch it up a little bit. But ultimately knowing that I don't need it, right? I don't need the vice. It just adds a little something sometimes. And that text from Hits by Jew, like, reaffirmed that. Like, yo, I was sober. All I had was my glass and a little bit of rum. And people connected with it. Someone connected to it, and that matters. So now, I hit the spliff, and there's a little elevated energy. I'm flowing more fluidly, and I'm being mindful and conscious of the language I use and how I present my tone and language and, all of that. It goes back to consistency, right? Like, is this something I want to do every week? And it's like, nah, like, I haven't smoked in I don't even know how long. I had an edible this morning, which I just kind of burned right through because I was moving so much. I don't need it. I don't want to survive on it. I don't want that to define my everyday life, my everyday nights. I'll do it whenever I feel like doing it, knowing that I'm not going to really feel like doing it a lot. It's like drinking soda. I drink soda maybe once or twice a year. I'm all right. I know what they all taste like. It's just it's sugary bubbles. That's all soda is, man. All right, last but not least, man. Thinking about, so I was watching Mark Zuckerberg on the Joe Rogan podcast, and it's like the second time he's been there in the past 2 years. And I enjoy hearing from leaders. I enjoy hearing from leaders in any field. But I especially enjoy hearing from Mark Zuckerberg because it feels like he's the only person in terms of a social media CEO who's willing to have open dialogue, who isn't too scared to kind of speak his mind and share his experiences. And like that's real to me. That makes him real, right? Like I respect that he's not scared. Elon Musk too, but Mark Zuckerberg is a millennial, so he's the best of us. He's the best of us. If you're a millennial, Mark Zuckerberg is the best of us. He succeeded in doing what every millennial is trying to do, trying to connect people, trying to share experiences. And, he has a boss at the end of the day, right? And you got to do what your boss tells you. Watching an episode, and at some point, he was sharing the benefits of doing judo and how it's allowed him to, he didn't say this directly, but it's allowed him to tap into more of a masculine energy and like that rage, because so much of society is diminishing masculine energy and replacing it with feminine energy. And Joe Rogan asked him, like, when do you think that happened? And I was like, that's a good question. And I was thinking about one of the Live, Lift, Love podcast episodes I did with my good friend Vanessa Ducato, the host and owner of The Hungry Feminine. And we talked about masculine and feminine energy and balancing it, masculine and feminine energy. And it was a reminder for me to go back to that episode and listen to it. And this awareness that innately I know there's a need to balance it. But what does each role define in our society? And when did it really start shifting? And I thought about, my mind was started at DI. Like, where are we presently? I work backwards. Where are we presently? At this exact moment in time, socially, we're really focused on DI. And that a lot of companies, a lot of universities, they say they're rolling back DEI, hiring people based off of race and identity is not a priority. We're not here to coddle you, to make you feel accepted. Define your own role and space in this job. On Nothing Moves Without Us, I talk about DEI often, and being a part of my job's DEI. And just the different perspectives I have entering into it, but also more importantly, looking at the larger theme, because I'm not here to criticize or critique what we're doing, but I'm sharing my experiences. The Mark Zuckerberg, is the best of us, and I appreciate his dialogues, and I appreciate his dialogues with Joe Rogan. And I really thought, when did the need for feminine energy begin? I thought about Michelle Obama's, what was it? Women first. The future is feminine. The future is feminine. Thought about Black Girls Code, the Me Too movement, even though that wasn't gender-based. But there's always a necessary push for a social group to be seen, to be heard, to have the shared experience, the shared lived experience, and bring it to the forefront of society and demand social change and hopefully social accountability. And I made this, small connection between, the rise in awareness of the LGBTQ plus community, because feminine energy is more accepting to change. Masculine energy is defined through discipline and rigidity and believing that what worked yesterday is what's going to work today. It's always what's worked for me. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to stick to the plan. And feminine energy is like, sometimes the wind blows, Sometimes the apple falls on the other side of the fence. What do you do when that happens? Right? Sometimes the apple falls on your neighbor's fence, and who owns it? Right? You go across, you have a dialogue, and you have a rule of thumb, right? 3 or more apples fall on your side, you keep them, the rest they on mine, right? And that's the masculine energy stepping up and understanding that life is not even a delicate. Life is a balance between your masculine and feminine energy, and your responsibility is to manifest that energy in the right moments. When you advocate for yourself, you stand on business, that's your masculine energy saying ain't nobody fucking with me. What's up? Right? That's the Brooklyn in you, right? Feminine energy is like, hey, things could be different. Right? That's Eve biting that apple. Things could be different. Let's see what that is over there. Ooh. Sometimes, sometimes you honor the wrong energy, and that takes your life off course. But the responsibility is once again to, who do I need to be? Learn from that mistake. Feminine energy is more welcoming to change. So we need more women in leadership positions because they understand the social oppression that white men traditionally don't know or experience. And their leadership is going to be more inviting to allow other groups in. But it evolved into how different people are viewing it now, as I mentioned. Most importantly, it's still a recognition that, for me, it's a recognition that you can pass, once again, as we've seen in the past, you can pass whatever policies and laws you want, man, until you change the mind and the hearts of people, there's no real change of growth. And granted, it could just be a small pocket, but that pocket is now in control. And I go back to the New Year's resolution. What's your responsibility in ensuring that your group, your community shines under this new regime, this new political, social perspective that we live under in the United States? Then I was thinking about the most dominant genre music, rap music, and the most prominent rappers nowadays are females. And I was thinking about, when did that really happen? I was thinking about Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion. Now we have Glorilla, Sexy Red, and going back to that transition of female rappers leading with sex, which was for me Lil' Kim, and then transition into this offshoot of all the different possibilities. Now you got ratchet female rap, mimicking what the dudes used to do back in the 90s, but women are really leading the forefront. Like drill music didn't last long. Drill music came and went. Just like I feel like mumble rap had a longer reign, I feel, than drill music. Maybe people don't give the black experience credit that you realize that this subgenre of rap music is causing too many deaths. Let's transition. And like you ran the gambit. Right? You started out with conscious rap, and you had gangster rap, then you have rap. You have Lil Nas X rap. You have pop rap, gospel rap, Tyler the Creator rap. And it's like you've gone through all these different meetings. So, okay, like where do we go from here? The easiest thing to do is go back to what feels relevant to our time society, and that was drill rap. Maybe mumble rap is what caused all these mental health issues, right? Your brain rotted listening to, and not hating on it. I find love through all generations of rap, but thinking about what do you listen to, what conditions you, what's playing in your mind 24/7, right? And how is that how is it allowing you to see the need for change and growth in life? Drill rap came and went, and then for me, it feels like female rap is what's really popping right now, man. And thinking about the culture dynamic shift between, again, the most dominant genre of rap, most dominant genre of music, rap music, and you have these certain type of black women leading the forefront. And I'm here for all of it, man. I think everyone has a right to be represented, man. Regardless of the content, regardless of what the music is about, if it's ratchet, if it's ghetto, if it's talking about men eating your ass and all of that, like whatever, man. If someone sees themselves in that, like, have fun, enjoy yourself. What do you do as an individual to counter that social glimpse, that social picture, that what you feel is misrepresentation? And the final straw and pulling back to the idea of the decline of masculinity is, having black women at the forefront of being like, we got this. And black masculinity has to subside because of social response, Sean Diddy Combs, Russell Simmons, Jay-Z allegations, R. Kelly, Africa Mbata. You hear the stories of so many black men being alleged predators and criminals and all of that. But you don't hear dirt. You don't hear no dirt on Oprah. You don't hear what's the name, Debbie Johnson will be from BET. Nah, they do they dirt all body alone. They on hush. So they good, they Gucci. And naturally, someone has to step up for your group. So it's black women, and it is what it is. What do you do about it? If you are in fear of your masculinity, of black masculinity diminishing, how are you evolving it? How are you reshaping the perspective, and how are you redefining the experience in the minds of people you interact with, so they see that black masculinity is strong. It's not toxic like what you see in the media, but it's right here. I'm doing good. How do you redefine? That's all I got. Have a good new year. See you when I see you. Peace.